But listen, this morning I want you to stop scrolling. Stop scrolling. When you see this video pop up in your LinkedIn feed or your YouTube feed, stop scrolling. Because I'm getting ready to share with you one of the secrets that changed my career that can change your career as well. So stop scrolling because this is one of the most valuable pieces of advice I can share with you that I share with so many people, but so few ever take me up on it. Because what if I told you this one piece of advice could actually change your career, but can also shortcut your success? That's how serious this piece of advice is going to be this morning. So stay with me because I want to talk to you about how to shortcut your success and how you do that. And I want to share with you the epic fail that so many people make, but also a triumph story of how I found the right person who changed my career. So stay with me, and we're going to talk about the importance of a mentor and finding the right mentor. This is career tip number 47. You're right. We're counting down the top 50 pieces of career advice you need to succeed in any role. Number 47 is the power of finding the right mentor. Now, notice I didn't say any mentor, finding the right mentor. You see, the person who changed my career was I found the right mentor. He's been a mentor for me for, gosh, since 2008. So going on 14, almost 15 years now. If you find the right mentor, that person can change your career. But we so often confuse mentoring with being a transactional, what can they do for me versus investing in a relationship. And I'm going to talk about that epic fail in just a moment of how so many people get that wrong. But first, you're maybe saying, well, Cicely, how do I find that right mentor? Couple of tips here for you to consider. One, seek out someone who has a different perspective from you. So often we gravitate towards people who are like us, who may think like us. They can be in the same industry, don't get me wrong, certainly can have similar experience or a similar career path to what you want to follow, but they have a different perspective. That is so important for you to think about as you're seeking out the right mentor, not just any mentor. Let me also suggest it doesn't have to be someone you know. Now, I get it. That may be very awkward if you're thinking, oh, wait, I'm going to go talk to some stranger. As you interact with people throughout your career, they're going to make an offer to you. Hey, reach out to me. Let's talk. And that's the epic fail I'm going to get to in just a moment because so few people actually take them up on that offer. But it doesn't have to be someone you know. It can be someone that you meet throughout the course of your career that you intentionally want to develop a relationship with because that person, you know, that person can help you in your career. So it doesn't have to be a friend. It doesn't have to be someone you already know. It can be an acquaintance, but you can reach out to them and let them know you'd like to solicit their advice and you'd like them to be your mentor. Now, keep in mind, there is no right or wrong way to establish this relationship. And let me show you what I mean. My mentor in 2008 was a guy who actually interviewed me for my job at Dunkin'. I'd never met him before. Any interview, right? I go in, I talk to him, he interviews me, interview's over, I then go on to interview with the hiring manager, the chief communications officer, and as you all know, the story goes, I got a job at Dunkin'. But it wasn't until a couple of months later that I interacted with the individual again who first interviewed me. His name is Chuck. And it turned out that Dunkin' didn't have an office in Washington yet, so I was housed in Chuck's office for a period of time until we being Dunkin' decided if we wanted to establish an office. I heard Chuck talk in a meeting one day, and I thought, he has a very different perspective than I do. I've never heard someone who talked about politics or business or government the way that he did. So, literally, one day I knocked on his door and I said, hey, I'm Cicely. I'm just down the hall. And he's like, oh, yeah, interview you. Come on in. Let's get to know each other. And we started talking. And over the course of that conversation and the last 14, 15 years, I've said to him, teach me how you think. You strategically connect dots in a way I've never seen before. You can forecast trends and you can actually tell your clients political issues that are going to come 18, 24, 36 months down the road. How do you do that? Teach me how you think strategically. And of course, he was very flattered by the question, but notice I didn't say I want you to be my mentor. I want to know everything you know. Notice I didn't make it about me. I said, teach me how you think. And that set off a friendship and a mentor. And he knows he's my mentor that has been going on for almost, like I said, since 2008, the past 14, 15 years. Chuck has been a mentor for me because I sought someone who had a different perspective. He was not someone I knew, and I didn't treat it as transactional. I actually wanted to invest in the relationship. Those are the three tips you have to know when it's not just finding a mentor, it's finding the right mentor. That is how I found the right mentor. And yes, Chuck actually changed my career. Not only did he teach me how to think strategically, how to serve my role well, but Chuck became a champion for me in multiple jobs that I had thereafter, championing me to get those jobs, telling people they should hire me. He became a cheerleader and a champion that I didn't know I had, but that's where the mentoring relationship developed. So that's why I say if you find the right mentor, they can change your career because Chuck changed mine. I had no idea how to be a lobbyist, how to represent a large multinational corporation like Duncan. But he taught me the ropes and was so generous with his knowledge and the friendship that we've had in the 14, 15 years since, I wouldn't take anything for it. So the power of finding the right mentor can change your career. Now, let me tell you about the epic fail. You'll notice I did not treat the relationship with Chuck as transactional. A mentor is not transactional. This is not what can you do for me today, and then you don't talk to him again. That's not a mentor. That's an acquaintance. That's maybe a colleague. That's maybe somebody you run into. A mentor is a relationship that you invest in. And I cannot stress that enough because the epic fail that I see so many of you make is you don't treat a mentor like a relationship. It's a here today, gone tomorrow. You only reach out when you need something, not that you're investing in a relationship for the long term. And many of you know who watch these videos because you've told me when I speak to groups, I don't care if you're students, if you're new in your career, if you've been in your career for 20 or 30 years. I've done public speaking for 20 years. And when I talk to groups, I always give people my cell number, my email address. I tell them, reach out to me. I'm happy to help you. I'm happy to be a mentor to you if you want to be in this legal, political, business, legislative world. But I also tell them, reach out to me now. And then if you need me again in 6 months or a year, feel free to reach out. But let's have that conversation so I can get to know you better and I can understand how I can help you in your career journey. Here's the fail. If there's a group of 10 people that I offer that to, one or two will take me up on it. And I'm not exaggerating. If I'm talking to a group of 20, I might get 3 or 4 people who take me up on that offer. If it's a larger group, sometimes I get 0 people who take me up on that offer. I just spoke to a group of interns last week on Capitol Hill, and I gave them the same offer. One person. One person reached out to me afterwards to say, I'd love to learn more about your experience and get to know you better. One person, just one. The epic fail that you are committing in your career is not only are you not finding the right mentor, you're not seeking a mentor at all. And when you do, you're treating it as transactional. I wish in my career, now obviously I found Chuck in 2008 had been very blessed by his mentorship and friendship. But prior to that, I wish someone would have told me early in my career, here's my cell phone, here's my email, reach out to me. I would have done anything for that kind of relationship to get me started in my career. Yet the epic fail is I make that offer. Very few, if any, ever take me up on it. Folks, if someone is offering you, I don't care where you are in your career, if someone's offering to help you, to champion you, to be a guide along the way. Hey, if I can do anything for you, let me know. Take them up on that offer. That person just may be the right mentor for you, not just any mentor, but the right mentor for you. So I know I've gone on and on, but you can see I'm very passionate about this topic because so many of you want mentors, you want to succeed, but you don't know how. Having the right mentor can change your career for the better. And I'm giving you the tips this morning on how to find that mentor and create that relationship that's not transactional, but is actually a relationship in the long term that will invest in your success and your career to make sure you reach that level of success in your career that you desire. So this morning, take me up on this offer. Watch this video multiple times if you have to, but find the right mentor for you, and you'll find how the power of that mentor will shortcut your success and will skyrocket you with their experience and their knowledge. They'll skyrocket your success in ways you couldn't have done by yourself. Take me up on this offer. Watch these tips. I guarantee you, finding the right mentor will be one of the best moves you'll ever make. Now, I'm counting down the top 50 career tips to help you succeed in any role. And I know we have some folks with us this morning, so I'll jump in just a moment to the comments. But don't forget, I'm counting down the top 50. So you can find the next video here. The playlist for the entire 50 career tips is right here. But don't forget to click on my face and subscribe to this channel because there's a treasure trove of information on this YouTube channel of career tips I've learned throughout my 25 years in business and politics that I'm now offering to you for free on this YouTube channel. So check out these tips and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.